is. 77, 74, 77, 74, 55. Testing, 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 testing. I can't hear myself at all. I don't know what that is. Ridiculous. No idea. It's ridiculous. Testing, testing, testing. I can't hear myself at all, so I don't know if it's working. Shoot. 25. What? Why? Yeah, I can hear myself now, yeah. Awesome, thank you. 64. All right, sassy. Here we go. Good to go? You good, brother?
Okay.
My man.
How we doing, friend?
You good, you?
Yes, sir. I'm doing good.
All right.
Have a good one.
And if I can reach, I got short arms. Close enough. Guys, I'm good to go? You good?
Jerry, you hear me? All right, let's do this.
Thank you. Oy. All right. Good evening and welcome to Seaway Park 3, home of Champlain Cavaliers football and host of tonight's matchup between the visiting Drummondville Voltigeurs and the Champlain Cavaliers. I'm Brent Balkin. Thanks for tuning in. A brand new year, a brand new season, new expectations, and is perhaps none bigger than the new quarterback, Noah Dilulo Langelier. He was a backup last season, going 7 of 11 for 68 yards and 1 TD. He now has big shoes to fill in the departed. Led again by Langelier this year. Let's see what this. And Champlain going back to last year, the Cavaliers finishing off a 5-3 record. They made the playoffs, finishing third place, but they unfortunately got eliminated in the playoffs. A 38-37 heartbreaker to Jean-Pierre. So obviously the Cavaliers looking to build on their playoff appearance last year. Drummondville 0-8 last year in more than 2. They do have some veteran experience. We'll get to some of those players. He can't take him down at about Drummondville offense led by their quarterback, third-year player number 13, Charles. This is where Drummondville will start. Put him at the left-hand side. Some receivers going in motion in the backfield. It's a hand up, just sweep, and that's taken down right away. Big stop by the Champlain defense. Good penetration there by the defensive line and the linebackers. That front seven for Champlain bursting. That front seven for Champlain bursting into the backfield to make a stop. They're on first down. That was by number 23, Etienne Berry. Putting rather number 23, pardon me, for Champlain, Boris Stevenson with the big stop. 2nd and 14 now facing the Drummondville offense. Here they go. Fozzie gets the ball. He looks to his right. He has a man open. Overthrows it. That ends up going to nobody. So a bit of a miscommunication right there between the quarterback and the receiver. Now 3rd and long. Going to be 3rd and 14 facing the Drummondville offense. So the head coach obviously for Champlain, Sean Main, former CFL player. For those of you who don't know, I actually grew up playing football with Sean in the Sun Youth organization. And Sean and I have been friends for, I want to say, about 20, 25 years now. Doing a great job leading this Champlain program. Let's see if his defense now can get off the field here. The 3-and-out. Fozzie gets a snap. He looks to his left. He has rainbow shot. Just falling incomplete. He had a man, number 81, was open, but they couldn't connect. So a big stand right here by the Champlain defense, forcing a 3-and-out on the first defensive series. And if you're Champlain, that's exactly how you want to start this game. So Fozzie, again, the third-year quarterback. He was going for number 81, the slot receiver, Xavier Blanchette. But again, it's a little bit off target. So quick 3-0 for Drummondville. 2 returners back for the Cavs. Here we go. Here's the punt. A wobbler is traveling only about 20, maybe 35 yards tops. It's handled. Nice return. Oh, here's the opportunity, and one broken tackle. Oh, and tackle down is number 13. Looks like he's taken down by the face mask. No call there, but nonetheless, great starting position here for Champlain off a spectacular return. So Champlain right now, their defense stepped up and their special teams did the same. Let's see if their offense can match what the other two sides of the ball, if you will, two facets of the game are doing so far. Big return right there for Champlain. I believe they're going to have the ball at the 38-yard line. You see the officials talking right now. Again, there was definitely a face mask. The receiver, there was number 13, Emile Gregoire. He was taken down by his face mask. So we got no flags on the field. So again, Champlain will be taking over from the 38-yard line. The officials just marking it off to make sure now. Oh, there was a penalty. Pardon me. There was a penalty on the play. The penalty went against Champlain. I believe they're calling a hold on Champlain on the return. So the ball's going back 5 yards to the 43 now instead of the 38. But still, nonetheless, great field position here for the Champlain offense. Let's see if they can capitalize on it. Oh, now they're going to re-punt here. Pardon me. So it's going to be a short punt. Gregoire handles it again. They're going to call no yards on that, I believe. Gregoire going to his right with some speed, taking it up the right sideline. Can he get some more space? He does. Can he go all the way? Oh, he breaks another tackle. He's going. Touchdown, Champlain. Emile Gregoire on the punt return. It's an early 6-0 lead for the Cavs. So there's a penalty. Went against Drummondville. Of course, that's going to be waved off. So good special teams return right there for the touchdown. Emile Gregoire getting the Cavs on the scoreboard. So again, I was saying a little earlier, a few minutes ago, on that initial return by Gregoire, he returned that about, I want to say, 35, 40 yards. That was waved off due to a penalty on the Cavs. You know what? That penalty ended up being a blessing in disguise for Champlain. As the second punt ended up being returned for a touchdown. 6-0 lead, 12:27 remaining here in the first quarter. So the extra point attempt now. Low snap. Oh, it's taken up by the kicker. He's going to run. He breaks a tackle. He can't break another, though. He's tackled short of the goal line. So we stand here at 6-0. So two technically good special teams plays by the Cavs, but one bad one right there leads to a loss of the extra point. Nonetheless, it is still a 6-0 lead for Champlain in this one. So Drummondville now is going to try to respond. Not the start that they imagined having in this one. Quick 3-0 on offense and then giving up a big return for the TD on special teams. So the kicker on that play for Champlain was number 18, Nicolas Chichero. Of course, replacing Graham Mather. Mather, one of 9 All-Stars from last year's squad, who is not returning this year. Again, we talked earlier about Philip Pelletier. Again, first in the league in touchdowns with 25 last year. Completions with 191 in yards with 2,637. RSEQ All-Star. So obviously big shoes to fill for Langelier. But we'll have to wait just a little bit longer for the Cavs offense to hit the field. So this kickoff now, returned by Drummondville. Number 3 for nice move to get open, and another. Oh, he has some open field in front of him. Ends up being tackled by the kicker. Taken down at about the 45, maybe it's called the 40, actually 47-yard line. So at the Drummondville 47-yard line, it'll be 1st and 10 for this Voltigeurs offense. Let's see if they can have a better response again after going 3-0 on their first possession. Champlain looking to take care of business once again, send them right back to the sideline. Let's see if they can do it. As he gets the snap, he hands it off right up the middle. Oh, nice run. Broken tackle with another big run there. Pickup of 7, maybe 8 yards by the running back right there. Just trying to see what number that was. So big run up the middle there on first down. It's going to be 2nd and 1. Just short yardage here for the Drummondville Voltigeurs. Opens up a plethora of opportunities here offensively. Let's see what they do. A play action fake, pass to the flats. It's caught, big hit. Taking down, will it be enough for a first down? Big hit right there by Champlain. Nice catch though by number 14, Philippe Mathieu. Mathieu, one of 2 returning receivers for this Drummondville offense. Yep, they're giving him the first down. So Mathieu got that first down by a hair to extend this drive for the Voltigeurs. Big hit there by number 34. That was Sam Hurtubise. The rookie with the big hit, but again, just unfortunately for the Cavs. One deep safety for the Cavs defense. Fwazi toss to the right. One tackle broken, not a second. Good gain tackling right there on the second effort by the Champlain defense. Running back there with the carry. That was number 6, Kilian Dantet with the carry. Well, pickup of 7 there, so setting up 2nd and 3 now at the 45-yard line of the Cavs. So the run game seems to be working right now for Drummondville. Let's see if they continue that here on 2nd down. Fwazi waiting for the snap. He gets it. Facing the handoff. He passes over the middle. Oh, he had a man wide open but could not connect. Had a receiver running in the clear. Fortunately, that pass was just a little off target there. Luckily for Champlain, so it's going to set up now 3rd and 3. You have to imagine usually this would be a passing down. I think to see what Champlain's going to do here. I believe there's an injury though on the field. The Drummondville player is taking knee. Yeah, that's number 14 down. That's Philippe Mathieu. The receiver, he was running a deep route. He makes his way down back to the sideline now. You have to wonder maybe it was a hamstring injury or an ankle maybe. He turned. Hopefully he'll be okay to come back in this one. Fwazi now comes back from the sideline into the huddle. So let's see what Drummondville has up their sleeve now. Again on 3rd and 3 from the 45-yard line of the Cavaliers. Receivers goes, a hand up the middle again. Broken tackle. Oh, enough for the first down. I believe it's going to be a holding call. Back hit the hole. I have to wait to see what the call is. Yeah, it is going to be holding on Drummondville. So that first down is not going to count. Drummondville's going to have to try again now. 10 right here. So the penalty dropped him back 7 yards, and penalty was for 7 yards, but nonetheless, play continues. It was a 5-yard penalty, but they're calling it 3rd and 10 instead of 3rd and 8. It's a 10-yard penalty, so that should be 3rd and 13 right now, not 3rd and 10 for the hold. So we get an official stoppage right here. The timeout called by Drummondville. 8:54 remaining here in the first quarter. Brent Bakken with you. Running solo this evening. My usual broadcast partner, Mo Khan, is on assignment tonight, so unfortunately he couldn't make it to the game, so it's going to be me calling this one. Excited about this game all week. Had a chance to come out to a couple of the Cavaliers practices this week. Had a chance to talk to head coach Sean May. He just talked about how excited his team was for the home opener, ready to kick things off. Obviously last year with the return to football after COVID. Again, finishing with a 5-3 record, good for 3rd place in the Southwest Conference, Sean felt his team has some unfinished business. Obviously, again, this is a new year, but the expectations, some have changed, but some have stayed the same, and winning is the expectation around here, obviously, at Champlain. And the Cavs looking to get off to a 1-0 start here this evening. And Drummondville, as I talked about before, finishing last place, 0-8. That led to the departure of head coach Philippe Leduc. The new head coach now for Drummondville is former Sherbrooke Verrier wide receiver Francois Lapointe. So Lapointe in his first year as a head coach at this level. Get to more on him in a minute. Again, 3rd and 10 here. Oh, high snap. Fouazi gets it. He goes to his right. Is he going to run? No, he's going to pass. Oh, and he hits the receiver, bobbled it as he fell out of bounds. Oh, and that's a blown opportunity. It was a nice route by the receiver. He found a way to get open all by himself on the sideline, but he bobbled that ball as he was falling out of bounds, so it's going to fall incomplete. 4th and 10, and another punt coming up for Drummondville. Yeah, that was a big opportunity there. Just unable to capitalize was the Voltigeurs. Fouazi did a good job scrabbling to his right, buying himself some time, and found his receiver in this, amongst a slew of bodies. Again, the receiver not coming up with the catch. So again, 2 returners back. Gregoire is the first one. Here's a punt. Oh, another wobbler is coming right in our direction. Fell about, I want to say 15 to 20 yards in front of us. Not the punt you want to see right there. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for Champlain. Let's see what they marked this off at. I believe they're going to say it's at the 47, 48-yard line. So again, special teams playing a factor in this one, and it's helping out the Cavaliers for the most part. Again, getting their touchdown so far on that punt return by Gregoire. Langer gets the ball. He hands it off. It's Parkinson. Oh, he's taken down. Shamar Parkinson's wrapped up right away in the backfield. Good run defense right there for Drummondville. Definitely not the start that this Cavaliers run game wanted to experience. A loss of yards right there. Loss of 3, actually, sitting up 2nd and 13 now. That was Felix Olivier Defrang getting into the backfield for Drummondville, number 5. He had 2 tackles last year against Champlain. Getting 1 already in this one, halfway through his total. Langer gets the ball, he throws to the flat. He has a man, nice catch. The tackle, though, almost immediately after, a gain of about, I want to say 4, maybe 5 yards right there. Good catch on the play by number 82, Philip Frederick. One of a number of new receivers for this team. So 3rd and 7 now from the 45-yard line. Can the Cavaliers convert? Look like a quick start there. Here's a screen pass though to Parkinson. Pass to the flat, so he breaks a tackle on another. Can Parkinson go all the way? Touchdown, Champlain! Shamar Parkinson with the speed and agility, turned virtually untouched the last 30, 40 yards of that run, in for the touchdown. Little celebration in the end zone, never hurt anybody. So here comes the extra point now from Chichero. Again, 0 for 1 so far. So low snap wasn't his fault. Low snap on the previous attempt. Better snap here on the second, and he kick is up and good. 13-0 lead for Champlain, courtesy of that long pass and catch from Langer to Parkinson. Parkinson last year, 9 receptions, 134 yards, 2 TDs, averaged 15 yards a catch. I'm not sure how long that touchdown was, but he ran at least, I want to say, it's about the 45-yard line, so I want to say he at least ran about 40, 45, maybe 50 yards for that TD. Again, there's a little pass in the back. It wasn't even a screen pass. It looked like it was more of a hitch pass. Able to break one tackle. He took it down that right sideline, and he was gone. And that's the speed that Parkinson brings to this lineup and to this backfield for Champlain. So the Cavs now about to do the kickoff with 7:04 now remaining in the first quarter. 13-0 lead for the home team over the visitors from Drummondville. Let's see if the Voltigeurs can respond. Here comes the kick. Down to the right-hand side. Here's the return. On another hole. On a big hit there by Champlain. Good job there by the coverage unit on that kickoff. Looks like that ball might have came loose for a second, but the returner definitely was down. It's going to be Drummondville ball at about the 36-yard line, maybe 37. Yeah, 37-yard line. So 6:55 remaining in the first quarter. 1st and 10 now facing the Drummondville offense. The first drive was 3-and-out. The second drive, they were able to move the ball at least on the ground. We'll have to see if they go back to that strategy here on the third drive of the game. Fwazi waits for the snap. He gets it. Handoff right up the middle, and that's stuffed right away. A wall of black jerseys for Champlain making a stop right there. Led by number 96. Good job on that run stuff right there. A number of players actually were in there. On an injured player, though, on the ground. One of the offensive linemen for Drummondville. He looks to be in a considerable amount of pain. You never want to see that. But a big stop there for the Champlain defense. I believe that actually was number 99, pardon me. I want to say that was Wyatt Tannehill. Stop right there by the Champlain defense. A loss of 1 on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 11, but again, we have an So just a reminder, Champlain's next game will be a week from now, next Friday, September 10th, as we travel down to Lanaudière to take on the Triads, pardon me, 7:30. Number 91, I believe. Number 91, I believe. For Drummondville. Yes, again, so the Triads are the next opponent for Champlain again next Friday. Triads at 7:30 p.m. For Drummondville, pardon me. Their next game is next Saturday, as they hold in their home opener. They host Shawinigan. 1 p.m. kick. So we go 2nd and 11 now, facing the Drummondville offense. Fwazi gets the snap, gets the handoff, pass up high, and that's incomplete. Incompletion right there. That's due to the athletic ability and the height and the length of the defensive player for the Cavaliers, jumping up and getting in the way of that pass. That was number 12. Good job disrupting that pass, setting up another 3rd and long for the Drummondville offense. 3rd and 11 at the 35-yard line with 6:10 and counting remaining here in the first quarter. It's a good penetration by this defensive line. That's what you want to find out about your D-line. Obviously, Sean Main, the head coach of this Cavaliers squad, a former defensive lineman in the CFL, played his college ball at Syracuse. And that's what he wants to see out of his defensive line. Aggressiveness, getting to the quarterback, disrupting the throws, and again, stopping the run as well. And the D-line has done that and more so far in this one. Fwazi gets a snap on 3rd down. He looks to his left. He has a man open about 5, 6, maybe 7 yards. Picked up maybe a total of about 7 or 8. Almost a little extracurricular stuff after the whistle. And that pass is going to be short of the first down by about at least 3, maybe 4 yards. So Fwazi was finally able to complete a pass, but again, well short of the first down, setting up 4th and 6. So that was a pickup of 5 yards, but definitely not enough for the first down. We're going to see yet another Drummondville punt. And for the Drummondville squad, again, going back to last year with the 0-8 record, they scored 155 points on the season. That was 5th. The only team that scored less points was Shawinigan last year Drummondville averaging 19 points a game. But again, they have a new head coach this year. And Francois Lapointe, so let's see if he could turn this offense around. Again, they have a third-year quarterback, so that should be to their advantage. But so far in this one, they have struggled to move the ball. Here's a punt, and that's almost blocked. Good special teams right there by the Cavs once again. Gregoire waiting to get that kick. He finally fields it. Oh, and he's hit back and hit hard. There's going to be no yards, though, called on that. So he was tackled at about, I want to say, the 37-yard line, but I think he'll get a couple extra yards. The Champlain offense will get a couple extra yards again due to the no yards called going against the Drummondville special teams. 4:47 remaining here in the first quarter. 13-0 lead for Champlain over Drummondville. Brent Bakken with you live from Seaway Park 3 field, home of Champlain football. So 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line for the Cavaliers offense. Hand up the middle. Oh, and a fumble! Fumble recovery by Drummondville. And that's not the way the Cavs wanted to start this offensive series. A fumble right there by the running back leads to the first turnover of the game. See now, you don't want to place any blame. That could have started with the bad snap. The snap was a little bit high. Langier had to reach up high to get it. It looks like he just tucked it into the belly of the running back a little bit high, and really Quinville could capitalize, getting the ball at the 46-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Voltigeurs. Foisy waits for the snap. He gets it. He looks to his left. That pass almost batted down again. Again, that's Pepe again coming off the edge. He was joined by Stevenson, number 23. Both players almost came in scot-free. They couldn't get to the quarterback, but they were able to disrupt that pass as the quarterback and Foisy had to throw over the outstretched arms of both defenders, and that pass falling well incomplete. 2nd and 10 now. And oh, it's going to be jet sweep now by Drummondville. Oh, and a big hit right there. Pepe's in there. A couple other players as well. Tannehill was in there. Number of players in there for that stop. Good game tackling once again by the Champlain defense. That was Philip Mathieu on the jet sweep. A gain of only 2 on the play. Great job again by that Champlain defense. 3 black jerseys just penetrated right into the backfield almost as soon as Mathieu got the handoff. Bees was in there. Tannehill, a couple other players as well. Foisy gets the snap. Looks to his left, now back to his right. Man coming up the edge! Quarterback sack. Rayan Rekmani, the former offensive tackle, playing on the D-line now. His first sack of the season. Couldn't come. It is now Solana. Drummondville is playing on ice right now as they cannot handle the speed, strength, and agility of this Cavaliers front 7. So under 2.5 minutes now remaining in this first quarter. So Parkinson and Gregoire, the 2 returners back. 45, 44, yeah, but 44-yard line. So again, great field position. Almost at midfield right now will be the Cavaliers offense when they take possession of the ball. So let's see if Champlain can capitalize once again on some bad special teams play by Drummondville. First and 10 now from the 45-yard line. Langier, he calls for the ball. He looks to his left. Oh, he's going deep. He has a man open. Oh! Just out of reach. He had a receiver. He had a man, Philip Frederick. He was wide open. Just Langier just a little bit off target with the pass. Setting up now 2nd and 10. And that's going to be a first down catch. I believe that was that Noah Sassy? Nice catch and throw there by the Champlain offense. Again, no huddle offense right now. Yeah, there was no Sassy on the reception. Hand off up the middle. Now here comes Big Bruiser right up the middle. Oh, and he's finally tripped up. Big gain though right there. Big gain though right there. Running up the middle. And this Cavaliers offense right now firing in all cylinders. That was number 11, Matthew LaRose, one of the returning running backs on this team. So LaRose after a gain of 4, here comes Langier now in second and 6. Oh, he gets past one man and another. He's going to run. Will he pick up the first down? He might be just going to have to see exactly where they mark him. And that's what, pick up only of 2, pardon me. Seemed like all that running, it was a pickup of about 5, maybe 6, but no, only a pickup of 2. So nice catch, a good throw by Langier. The receiver getting down to the ground, making that catch. So that was number 3. Oh, and that run goes nowhere. Good penetration right there by the front 7 of Drummondville. So it's a loss of 1 on the play. Loss of, rather, pardon me, I'm going to say loss of 4 now. And that would do, we hit double zeros on the scoreboard. End of the first quarter, a 13-0 lead for Champlain over the visiting Drummondville Voltigeurs. End of the first quarter, so both teams are going to switch sides now. So again, a big stop by Drummondville to end that first quarter of action. The Drummondville defense having to keep their team alive in the game. The offense isn't really doing too much of anything. Picking up only about 2 first downs so far in the evening. A lot of that is because of the stellar defense though played by Champlain so far in this one. They have a sack. They forced a number of incompletions, getting a lot of pressure. Special teams has been just as impressive as well. So here we go, 2nd and 13, first play of the second quarter. Langier calls for the snap, he gets it. Oh, and it's gonna be a false start against Champlain. But the Champlain offensive line is saying it was encroachment by the defense. Let's see what the call is gonna be here. The officials gather up. So it's going to be big. It's either going to be 2nd and 18 or 2nd and 8. Yeah, the penalty is going to be offsides, encroachment against the defense. So 5 free yards right there for Champlain now, setting up 2nd and 8 now, making this a bit more manageable for the Cavs offense. Parkinson in the backfield now. 1 deep safety for the Champlain defense. Drummondville defense, pardon me. Here's a pass. Caught by Gregoire. Brace the tackle and another. He's still going. First down and then some for Champlain. Emile Gregoire has been big on special teams. Scoring a TD already. He almost had an offensive TD right there as well. Taking that hitch pass in the flat. Breaking at least 2 tackles right there to pick up more than enough for the first down to move the chains for the Champlain offense. Again, no huddle. Langier waiting for his players to get to the line now, waiting for everyone to get set. Parkinson to his right, to his left, pardon me. Blitz up the middle by Drummondville. Pass to the flat to Parkinson, nice catch. But he's tackled right away. Good job by Parkinson. That pass was anything but sharp right there by Langier. But again, Parkinson did a good job of catching the ball. Couldn't get much in the terms of yak yards though, as he was hit right away. Good job by him of hanging on to that pass. Second and 8 now. Langier gets a snap, he looks to his left, he's going deep. Oh, and that pass is intercepted. No, they're saying it fell incomplete, but there's a flag on the play. Well, that's going to be holding against Champlain. So it was 2nd and 8 from the 20-yard line. That penalty, though, going again, holding against Champlain. Champlain was lucky, and Langier in particular was lucky. That pass was a floater up there, hung in the air forever. The defensive back had a chance to make a play, just couldn't come up with the ball as he fell to the ground. So it goes from 2nd and 8 to 2nd and 18 now from the 30-yard line for the Cavaliers offense. Langier waits for the snap. He gets it, fakes the handoff. He goes to the left again, going deep. He has a man open. He's aiming for Frederick. The defensive back, though, had a better chance at the ball, and that ball just bounced off his hands. Not sure who that is on defense. Hard to read the numbers from here. But again, that'll go down as a pass deflection, a batted down ball for the defensive back from Drummondville. So setting up 3rd and long now, 3rd and 18 from the 30-yard line. Langier gets a snap again. He looks to his right. Oh, he has pressure right in his face, and he's taken down. Big sack there. That's going to be number 54, Derek Simmons, the middle linebacker, coming on the blitz right there, right up the middle, almost untouched, getting the sack for Drummondville. And if you're a fan, a player, or a coach for the Voltigeurs, that sack could not have come at a better time. And the result of that sack now has driven the Cavs out of field goal range. 4th and 24 now at the 36-yard line, so they're going to elect a punt. So a big sack, taking points, or possible points off the board for the Cavaliers. Here comes the punt, the first of the game. For Champlain, there's a flag down. Oh, big hit right there, right in the middle. Standing at the returner, we'll have to see what this flag is about. We'll have to see what the call is. So both special teams have seen, at least the return game for both teams has yielded a lot of yards. Penalties actually going against Champlain. So if you're Drummondville right here, do you make them kick again? No. That's the question. That's the last thing you want. Your coverage unit. A lot of hang time on this one. Falls at about the 30-yard line. I think it was down that the Drummondville player touched it. So now the Champlain player is Champlain. Levasseur on the coverage. So it's going to go, no, so we'll be taking over the ball. 1-yard line. I'll make that the. So 1st and 10 with some pretty decent field position right now for the Voltigeurs. Let's see if they can capitalize. Board. Let's find out. 1st and 10 now. Fawzi picks it up, and he rumbles his way for, I believe, almost a first down, or at least a pickup of 9. So an alert, smart and alert play right there by the running back. Again, that was an extremely bad snap. That just rolled right to him. Sometimes you got to be a little lucky to be good. Now it's number 9, Gabriel Paradis Gagnon with the reception, I guess you could say, or the pickup of the loose ball. So 2nd and 1 now from the 51-yard line. Just outside of 10 minutes remaining here in the first half. 13-0 lead for Champlain. Here's a handoff. Oh, and a big hit there. Here's another flag. There was Dantet again with the carry. It's going to be his 3rd of the game, but it's going to be a holding call against Drummondville. So 1 step forward, two steps back, pardon me, for the Voltigeurs. It's going to be 2nd and 11 now, facing the Drummondville offense. So let's see what the Voltigeurs do now on 2nd and long. As he gets to snap another low one, he had to bend down to get it. He goes to his right now. Rainbow shot on the right sideline, and that goes right into the Cavaliers bench. More than a little off target was the third-year quarterback, number 13, Charles Foisy. Again, looking at both quarterbacks, second-year player, and Noah Langier for the Champlain Cavaliers. And obviously, I just talked about Foisy, again, the third-year player for Drummondville. Both quarterbacks could run. Both quarterbacks can make a lot of the throws, but both are struggling so far in this one. And, of course, the first game of the season for both teams. Here's a high snap. He spins around to his right. He rolls out. He's going to launch the ball. He does. Cross body. Oh, it's picked off. Interception. Champlain. Pepe with the pick. He's finally brought down. Big turnover forced there by the Cavaliers with 8:51 remaining in the first half. And a huge play by this Champlain defense. Philippe Olivier Pepin. He only had 1.5 tackles versus Drummondville last year. He has about 2-3 tackles so far this evening. A couple of passes. He doesn't have any back downs, but he has a couple of passes that he caused to be incomplete. That's not going to go on the stat sheet, obviously, by causing quarterbacks to have to throw over his length. But the biggest contribution so far to this game, biggest impact, is that INT right there, giving Champlain the ball back at the 54-yard line. Now Jay gets a snap. He throws it to the right-hand side, into the backfield. Here comes Sassy. Oh, and he's hauled down by behind. Dangerous tackle right there. Luckily, Sassy's going to be okay. That's the last player this offense could afford to lose in Noah Sassy. Sassy's 2 catches on the evening so far. Go back to that playoff loss again, a heartbreaker, 38-37 to... He had 6 receptions, 68 yards, and 1 TD in that loss. The main veteran returning to this lineup. Here's a pass over the middle, and that's caught on the second attempt. Oh no, this thing was incomplete. That was definitely the lob of lobs right there by Langer. He just lobbed that one up. Sassy took 1, if not 2 big shots, and another as he hit the ground. That ball rolled out, at the last second. So 3rd and long now, 3rd and 9. Facing Champlain, let's see if they can make a play. Langier gets a snap. He goes deep to the left. He has a man open. Oh, just out of the reach. Oh, it's going to be a penalty, though. Late flag went up. We're going to have to see what the call is here. Was there a late hit on a quarterback? Or was there perhaps a late hit by one of the Champlain players on the defender who was trying to get to the quarterback? The receiver on that play was Gregoire. Just a reminder, we will have an interview with Cavs coach Sean Main at halftime. Yeah, so the penalty is going to go against, it might have been a chop block actually going against Champlain, so it's going to 15-yard penalty, setting him now 4th and 24. So definitely a punt coming up here from Champlain. So the interception by Pepin was all for naught, unfortunately, for Champlain. One return man back. Oh, it's a high snap over the head of the punter. He's gone back to get it. Oh, he smartly falls on it. But that was number 11 there, the punter. That pass was just out of his long reach. So he was able to scramble back and get it before any more damage was done. But now, glorious field position right here for Drummondville. Getting the ball at the 10-yard line after that high snap by the long snapper for Champlain. So let's see now, again, this Champlain defense has been standing tall throughout this one. Let's see if they can do it again with 7 minutes remaining here in the first half. They are still up 13-0, but a special teams blunder, a special teams mistake by Champlain. Will it come back to bite them? Let's find out. Here's down by Foz. He fakes the handoff. He goes to the right. He's going deep. And that pass hits the fence well out of bounds. Pass actually might have went over the fence. So the punter, Matthew LaRose, number 11, the running back, doubling as a punter as well. Again, Champlain having to replace Graham Mather. So 2nd and 10 now for Drummondville. Here we go. Can Drummondville get into the end zone? It's going to be a penalty coming up against Drummondville. It's going to be false start procedure penalty going against the Voltigeurs. So instead of 2nd and 10, it's going to be 2nd and 15 now from the 15-yard line. So Drummondville doing themselves no favors, taking these penalties in key situations. And here's another one right there, making their trip to the end zone just a little bit harder. A 2nd and 15, here we go. Foisy calls for the snap. Fakes the handoff again, goes to his right, throws to the flat. It's caught by Mathieu. Can he get into the touchdown? Touchdown, Drummondville. Philippe Mathieu took that swing pass, was able to break a tackle and get the ball just inside of the pylon for the touchdown. 13-6 lead now for Champlain with 5:54 remaining in the first half. Here comes the extra point now. Snap is good. Will the kick? Yeah, it is. It's good as well. So 13-7 lead now for Champlain over the visiting Drummondville Voltigeurs. So our next home game here at Seaway 3 Park will be Sunday, September 18th. The Champlain Cavaliers play host to the Shawinigan Electrics. Kickoff for that game will be 1 p.m. against Sunday, September 18th. Don't miss that game. Come out here to Seaway Park 3 or watch it online if you can. Do not miss the fantastic action here that you will have for you with Champlain football. Should be a good one. Champlain and Shawinigan, September 18th, 1 p.m. Before we get to that game against Champlain, we have to take care of business here tonight. Parkinson now on the return. His first of the evening. Oh, nice move. Gets through a hole in another. He takes a big hit. Oh, he's still up. finally taken down at about the 40-yard line, possibly the 41. Nice return there, electric return by the running back. He's a little slow to get up. He took a big pop. Is he going to be okay? I think he's going to stay on a knee. Wait for the trainers to come on. Yeah, the trainer's going to come on now. Yeah, Parkinson took a wicked hit there after the second broken tackle. Hit the ground pretty hard as well. Parkinson pointing to his stomach, pointing to his midsection. It's possible he might have just fallen actually on the ball. I can tell you from personal experience, when that happens, that is not a pleasant feeling. Perhaps he might just be winded again for falling on the ball, or might have taken a shot to the abdomen. Nevertheless, he's going to take his time now. Well-deserved little rest for him. Again, 5:44 remaining here in the first half. Brent Bachman with you live. And Parkinson makes his way to his feet. Well-deserved round of applause for the Champlain fans here in attendance. His teammates going over to make sure the running back is okay. And he is a player they cannot afford to lose. Again, big touchdown. Second touchdown of the game for Champlain was scored by Parkinson on a long catch and run down the right sideline. So LaRose will take his place in the backfield. Langelier calls for the snap. Hands off to LaRose. LaRose, he breaks one tackle, but not another. He's taken down. A gain of 1, maybe 2 on the play there from Mathieu LaRose, number 11. He was switching his numbers last year. He wore number 24. Last year, 22 carries for 51 yards for LaRose. Definitely a talented player, adding some size to the backfield as well, in addition to some speed. Lange gets the ball on second down now. He's going deep again. Yeah, Sassy open. Sassy with the catch. First down and then some for Champlain. So nice throw right there. Even better catch by Sassy. That's the first long completion of the game for Langier. Well, that's an injured player on the field now. I believe number 92 is hurt for Drummondville. Down on a knee. That's going to be Ezekiel Baudouin. Big defensive lineman, 10.5 tackles last season. He didn't play in the matchup against Champlain last year. He gets clapped up as he makes his way to the sidelines. Go back to that matchup against Champlain, last year between Champlain and Drummondville, pardon me. Champlain winning that game at Drummondville in the regular season finale back on October 30th by a score of 57-21. Philip Pelletier, 414 yards, 5 TDs in that game. Noah Sassy, 8 receptions, 194 yards, 4 touchdown catches, leading the way for the Cavs. Here comes Langier, pass to Frederick. Oh, he's tackled. He's wrapped up right away by Loic Germain. Loic Germain, number 1 there, big defensive back, wrapping up Frederick right away. Yeah, Shamar Parkinson, 4 receptions, 88 yards and a TD in that game. Zach Colucci, the former All-Star receiver, 13 receptions, 167 yards and 1 TD. Again, 57-21 victory to close out the regular season last year. Langier gets a snap now on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's going deep again. He has Sassy open. Oh! And that pass, a rare drop, the ball bouncing just off his hands. Sassy thought there should have been a penalty on the play. See, motions to the official for a flag. He's not going to get one nonetheless. Flag or no flag, that's the catch he has to have. He burnt his man by at least a step or two. And that pass is bouncing off his fingertips. Third and long now. LaRose goes from his left to his right. Langier, he gets the snap. Looks to the right-hand side. He's going to run in that direction. Will he pull the trigger? No, he's just going to run out of bounds. No one to throw it to. Oh, and there's going to be a flag. We'll have to see what the call is here. Will it be a flag extending the drive for Champlain, or will this flag drop back? This what would be a punt attempt, I believe, here for Champlain. We'll make it a little further. Yeah, they're calling offensive interference, but that's going to go against Champlain. That penalty, though, is going to be waved off smartly by Drummondville. It's going to be 4th and 14 now. Injured player on the field for the Voltigeurs. Getting clapped up as he makes his way to the sideline. That's going to be number 64, Solomon Casab Sanchez. So 4th and 14 now. So it looks like Sean Means electing to keep his offense on the field. So 4 for 14, 3:31 remaining here in the first half, and Champlain's going for it. Oh, when they went offside, the receiver definitely went offside right there, Gregoire. The Drummondville bench is screaming from the sideline. But now that's because the play didn't get whistled in. That's why there was no flag. The play is now whistled in. Langier is going deep. He has a man open. And that pass is going to fall complete. 2 guys are open. Gregoire and another receiver was down there. That was number 81, Jaden Edgehill. But Langier can hit either of them. So it's going to be a turnover on downs. Giving the ball back with 3:21 now remaining here in the first half. Giving the ball back to Drummondville. So 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line is where Drummondville takes over. Foisy gets a snap. He goes to his right again. Pass is caught and taken out right away. Good tackle right there. So that was a solid tackle made by the defender on the wide side of the field. That was number 20, Jason Lamago, rookie defensive back. So 2nd and 5 now. I believe that was a 3-minute warning. Perhaps it was a timeout was called. I'm not sure, to be honest. It was a timeout, yeah. So we got a stoppage play due to a timeout. So 2nd and 5 now. 2nd and 5 from the Drummondville's 44-yard line. Foisy waiting for the snap. He gets it. Fakes the handoff. Passes it to the right-hand side. Broken tackle will be enough for the first down. At least from this side of the field, it looks like it is. The officials marking it just past the first down marker. Yep, it's going to be a first down for Drummondville. That's Mathieu with the catch. So 1st and 10 now from the 50-yard line. Hand up the middle. Oh, it was 6-7 yards right there. Big carry. That was Parody Gagnon with the run right there. He carried a defender with him for at least a couple of yards in that play. That was number 50, Tristan Reed. Rookie defensive end. Wrapped up the runner. Ended up being dragged for another extra 2-3 yards. So pick up a 6 officially. So 2nd and 4 now from the 54-yard line for Drummondville. Foisy gets to snap another hand up the middle. Compared to Chagnon, and he falls down, hard slide. He took a hit too for his troubles. He has more than enough for the first down. So the run game once again effective for Drummondville. Sam Hurtubise with the tackle. I believe that's his 2nd of the game. Rookie halfback making his presence felt. Playing the boundary half. 90 seconds and counting remaining now in this first half. Drummondville is driving down 13-7 here from Seaway Park 3. Foisy gets a snap. Another hand up the middle. Paradis Gagnon again. Dragging a couple of defenders, but there's a flag on the play. Oh, and a late flag going against Drummondville. This is going to be an undisciplined penalty. That's number 3 there. He threw one of the Champlain defenders down to the ground right in front of the officials, and that defender was nowhere near the play, and that was number 9, Caleb Sassy. So both penalties going against Drummondville here. It's going to be, one is going to be an illegal shift, I believe, and the other one, again, is going to be unnecessary roughness. So it's going to be a loss of yards. Again, 1 step forward, 2 steps back for this Drummondville squad, especially offensively. Yeah, so pardon me, the first penalty is going to be holding. That's waved off. It's going to be a loss of 10. It's going to be 2nd and 20 now from the 52-yard line. Get an undisciplined penalty right there by Drummondville, coming back to bite them. 1:15 now remaining. Let's see what Drummondville does here on 2nd and long. Foisy looks to the right, another pass to the flat, and that's way off target. That was intended for number 81, Xavier Blanchette. So 3rd and long now, 3rd and 20, facing this Drummondville offense. Drummondville breaks the huddle. Crowd here going wild, supporting the Cavaliers. Oh, going to be timeout called by Champlain. So the clock is stopped with 1:11 now remaining in the first half. So Champlain seeing something he didn't like, calling his defensive squad back to the sideline. Perhaps a little readjustment. So let's see what the Champlain defense has dialed up now on 3rd and long. You have to imagine they want to get off the field right here, try and get the ball back, and let's see if their offense, if they get the ball back, let's see if they can score. So again, 1:11 remaining here in the first half. Don't forget, I'm going to have an interview at halftime with Cavs head coach Sean Main. Kickoff Friday night, the Friday night lights, if you will, here at Seaway Park 3. Pretty much full attendance and standing room only here in the bleachers, here in the stands. Number of people line up along the track, along the fence as well. Definitely a sellout here this evening. Exactly what you would expect. Tight end goes from the right to the left to the right. Foisy gets the ball, he rolls to his right, looking for an opening, he passes it, he has a man open. caught. Will it be a first down? Big catch on the sideline tackle in front of the Champlain bench. It's going to be enough for a first down. Oh, and some late flags once again. So the catch will stand. It'll be good for a first down. We'll just have to see what these penalties are going to be now. That catch made by number 17, Loic Baudouin Gagne. He's a receiver and the third-string quarterback for the Voltigeurs. And that penalties. Drummondville's going backwards, so the penalty is going to go against them. But I believe it's going to be after the first down, so they're going to keep possession of the ball here. But they're going to start from further back now. Again, undisciplined penalties, pardon me, is killing the Voltigeurs right now. They face third and forever. 3rd and 20, they picked up the first down. Nice catch there by Baudouin Gagne. Getting open, but then taking a necessary penalty. They had the ball, it would have been about, let's say, the 30-yard line. Now they're starting at the 44 of the Cavs. He gets the ball to his right again. He looks like he's going to throw. He decides again. No. This throw now. Oh, incomplete. Someone took a big hit there. I think it's one of the... Not the quarterback. It's one of the linemen there took a big shot. He was looking for a penalty. He's telling himself to calm down. So Fawzi, he had an opening there for a second. Looked like he was about to throw the ball. Brought it back down. Then launched on the second attempt. But falling incomplete. 2nd and 10 now. 57.4 seconds remaining here in the first half. As he gets the snap, he looks to his right. He's flushed to that side, and that pass falls incomplete off the hands of the receiver. And another flag on the play. See what this call is now. I believe it's going to go against Champlain. It's been a parade of orange flags here on the field. Yeah, but it is going to go against Champlain. So it's going to be a legal contact penalty going against Champlain. So it's going to be, going to get the ball at the 34-yard line and a new set of downs. 52.1 seconds remaining here in the first half. Two receivers go in motion to the right, and one more goes over to the left. They stack its head into the right-hand side as well. Fawzi rolls to that side to his right, looking for an opening. He elects to pass finally on a big catch. Enough for a first down. That's Matt too for a big catch right there in front of the Champlain bench. And that'll be enough for a first down. And that seems to be Fawzi's bread and butter right now. Rolling to his right and throwing there as well. Champlain's going to have to stop that. 40 seconds and counting. The clock is running here. Still a 6-point lead for Champlain, but the Voltigeurs are driving. Ball at the 22-yard line. Fawzi gets a snap. Oh. Timeout called by the Cavaliers. Smart timeout here by head coach Sean Ming. Not only obviously he wants to call something else for the defense, but also giving that D a little time to rest. Drummondville taking a page out of the Champlain book, going to a quick pace, semi-no huddle offense. Get some instructions to your team. Let them know what you're seeing out there. Make some adjustments and give them, again, time to catch a breather. Get the big boys up front some water as well. So 29.4 seconds remaining here in the first half. Brent Bakken with you live from Seaway Park 3 field. Home of the Champlain Cavaliers and their home opener tonight. They're up right now 13-7 on the visiting Drummondville Voltigeurs. Let's see if they can hold on to this lead as we approach double zeros on the scoreboard at the end of this first half. Just a reminder once again, our next broadcast will be Sunday, September 18th, a 1 p.m. kickoff as Champlain plays host to the Shawinigan Electrics. The last time these two teams met was in Week 8 last season. Champlain getting a 37-21 win here in Week 8 here at Seaway Park 3. So Shawinigan obviously looking for a little revenge. Got to get past this game first. Fawzi rolls to his right. Another flag on the play. Floats across his body. And that's caught. So where that penalty, where that flag came out, looks like it's going to be holding. Yeah, it is going to be holding against Drummondville. So the catch was made by number 9, Gabriel Paradis Gagnon, the rookie running back for the Voltigeurs. But again, it's going to be off for naught as a holding call is going to drop the ball back to the 30-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and 20 now, facing the Voltigeurs. 21.8 seconds left on the clock. So late substitution now goes a tight end for the Voltigeurs. Coming in as another receiver. So cover 2 defense being played right now by Champlain. 2 deep safeties. Fawzi gets a snap. He looks to his left. Well, 2 men are coming. He has to throw this a screen. Paradis Gagnon with the catch. He's tackled. Good recognition there. The rookie defensive back with the tackle. The halfback, Kurtu Bees, saw that screen right away. That 2 defenders coming off the left-hand side of the field, the right-hand side of the quarterback. Looked a little suspicious. They came in really easy, but again, it was a screen pass to the right-hand side. Good play call, but a big stop. So 2nd and 12 now, and the clock is still running. 10 seconds left in the first half. I needed to call play quick. Fawzi, fire pass to the right, and that's all for naught. So a blown opportunity right there for the Voltigeurs. And you can tell their quarterback is not happy. Charles Fawzi just ripped off his chin straps. And you can't blame him either. Champlain should have called a timeout or called a better play. They called a hitch pass 22 yards away from the end zone. They picked up about 8 or 9 yards, but definitely not enough for the first down. And that's where we stand after first half action. A 13-7 lead for the Champlain Cavaliers over the visiting Drummondville Voltigeurs. So the first half full of action, some big plays, but a lot of mistakes, a lot of laundry on the field for both teams, and a little bit of miscommunication, a little bit of a lack of execution as well for both sides, but it has to be expected, obviously, in the first game of the year. 13-7 lead right now for Champlain over Drummondville. Okay, we're supposed to have an interview here at halftime with Sean Main. He's going to stay with you for a couple more minutes just to see if that's going to happen. And we saw some early scoring in this one. Champlain opening the scoring on a punt return by Emile Gregoire. They take a 6-0 lead. They missed the extra point. And then they were able to extend that lead to 13-0 off a touchdown. A nice catch and run by Shamar Parkinson. And finally, the Voltigeurs were able to get on the board for receiving touchdown to get their 7. And that's where we stand right now. Again, a 13-7 lead for the home team, the Champlain Cavaliers, in their home opener against the Drummondville Voltigeurs. So it looks like that interview with head coach Sean May is not going to happen. I mean, you can't blame him. I mean, it was the first game of the year. He has a lot going on. So we're going to take a quick break here from Seaway Park 3. We're going to be back with our second half of action between the Champlain Cavaliers and the Drummondville Voltigeurs. I'm Brent Bakken. We'll be back in a few minutes.
Do it. Such a big spider.
Dan.
Dude, they're getting open, man. Receivers getting open, man.
Welcome back to Seaway Park 3. We're ready to kick the ball off for the second half of action here between the Champlain Cavaliers and the visiting Drummondville Voltigeurs. I'm Brent Bach and with you live. 13-7 lead right now for Champlain. They start the second half with the ball. And they're about to get it right here. Here is the kick. Comes a return. Nice move to the left-hand side. Here's an opening. Tackled at about the 30, call it 33, maybe 34-yard line. So nice return there by Champlain on special teams. So we got a special teams touchdown by Champlain and an offensive touchdown as well by them. They were able to grab a 13-0 lead before Drummondville scored the last touchdown of the first half. Here's a big run up the middle by La Rose. Pickup of about 5, maybe 6 yards. Pardon me, 6 yards on the play. So a pickup of 4. Rather make it 5 on that first down run by La Rose. Langier gets the ball on second down now. Has a man open, it's Sassy, and that pass is out of reach. And again, that has been the story of the Champlain offense so far. Quarterback Noah Langier, Sassy with a little limp now. Hopefully he's not hurt. They can't afford to lose him in this receiving corps. Yeah, he's signaling to the ref. Yeah, he's down, he's hurt. Looks like it's either going to be a calf or a hamstring injury. And quarterback coach Dan Lazare, you can hear at home, he's yelling at Sassy to take a knee, and Sassy does just that. I believe it's his left either calf or hamstring. He's grabbing at both areas. Now looks to be his hamstring, so he has to wait for the trainers to come over now. Definitely not the player you want to lose if you're Champlain. So again, both quarterbacks in this one. Charles Foisy for Drummondville struggled early, but he's able to pick it up late, and he was able to drive his team down the field for a touchdown. They had a chance to potentially get a lead to Drummondville, but again, penalties just biting them repeatedly, especially the undisciplined penalties they were taking, driving them out of field goal range, taking them back. They had, I believe it was first and goal from about the 22-yard line. They took penalty after penalty that drove him back. And then again, that miscommunication, or a bad play call rather, they called a quick pass, a fire pass to the right-hand side on the last play, and they were at the 22-yard line. So you needed 22 yards, pardon me, to get to the end zone, and they called the play, basically almost calling a screen, basically, and that was stopped right away by the Champlain defense. So blown opportunity after blown opportunity for the Drummondville Voltigeurs. I had a chance after to speak to head coach Sean Main at halftime just a few minutes ago, actually, when he came back. He was on the field with his team getting them ready. They were going through the stretches for the second half. And he said, basically, his team right now, they're just playing a little bit too slow offensively. They're not capitalizing on the opportunities, that they had, and they need to be more physical. Hence, where you saw that run by Matthew Rose on first down, right up the middle. That's going to be something they want to dial up. Low snap there by Langier. He catches it, throws to the flat. Pass is incomplete. So it's going to be 4th and 6 now for Champlain, and they're going to punt. So that is definitely not the first drive. That's not how Champlain envisioned their first drive going offensively. Quick 3 and out here. So we talked about, it was mentioned, they want to get the run game going specifically up the middle of the offensive line, thinking they have the size advantage and the strength advantage on this defensive line for Drummondville. A couple of the O-linemen were saying they need to run the ball up the middle more, and that's what they did with LaRose picking up 5 yards on that first down, but two passes going nowhere for Champlain. Here's a punt and a low punt going directly to midfield. Oh, there's a fumble, though. Fumble, but there's a flag. They're going to call no yards. I'd like to see who emerges with the ball. So Champlain is saying they have the ball. I believe the ball is going to stay with, it's going to stay with Drummondville. Yeah, it's going to be a penalty. No yards against Champlain. It's going to be a big penalty. A 15-yard penalty going against the Cavaliers. So Drummondville will get the ball at the Champlain 40-yard line. So we're seeing basically a repeat at the end of the first half where Champlain had good field position. Let's see if they could capitalize on it. Fawzi back once again, looking for the snap. He gets the ball, and it's a low snap. Smartly just falls on the ball and smothers it, keeping that ball out of danger. We've seen a couple of low snaps by both teams, but more so by Drummondville. Struggling with just the simplest part of the offense is getting the ball from the center to the QB. So a loss of 6, second and 16 now. Run, a good tackle there by Pepe. He's joined by a slew of black jerseys hauling down a running back after a minimal gain right there. That pickup, they're calling that a gain of 1 basically, so 3rd and 15 now facing the Drummondville offense. So 2 late substitutions here by Drummondville. 2 receivers going off. Finding a running back number 44 in the backfield, and another fullback / tight end in the backfield, number 88. Fawzi gets a snap, he rolls to his right. He's doing that all game. He goes deep over the middle. Man wide open. Mathieu, he catches it. First down and more. Big passing catch by the Drummondville offense. First down deep in the Champlain territory. Fawzi, again, that has been his bread and butter this evening, rolling to his right. The protection rolls to that side. They get the extra tight end in there to block, setting up what looks to be kind of a variation of max protection. He rolls out to his right, buys some time, and just launches it downfield. Philippe Mathieu, the speedster, the burner of this Drummondville offense, making Champlain pay once again. Fawzi again rolls to his right. Pass to the flat to the tight end. Caught. Oh, and he's hammered out before the goal line. That catch there by number 88, Jesse Beauregard. His first of the game. Beauregard being rewarded for his blocking. Getting his first catch of the game right there. So 2nd and goal now. Let's see if Drummondville can capitalize. Champlain faithful here in attendance, trying to rally on their defense, trying to cheer them on. Foisy gets the snap, he looks to his right, he goes there. Toss in the end zone, incomplete. To the pass, just a little off target, the receiver couldn't make that grab. .14 now remaining in the 3rd quarter. Promising first drive here. Promising first drive here by Drummondville. 3rd and 3 now. My apologies, I thought it was 2nd and goal before, but Drummondville can still get the first down. Foisy gets a snap, he rolls to his right, it's a handoff on a wall. The Champlain defenders making that stop and driving the running back backwards. Not sure if that was a quick shovel pass or direct snap to the running back, but nonetheless, 4th down coming up now. Great response. Bemba don't break defense right there by Champlain. So no gain on the play right there. Let's see, will the offense stay on the field here? Yeah, looks like the offense is going to stay on the field, so here we go. Mano a mano right here. And this is what training camp, this is what all the practices, this is what the weight room is all about. O-line against D-line, who's going to win in the trenches right here? Will the Champlain defense stand tall once again, or will Champlain get their first lead? Let's find out. Foisy gets a snap, he rolls to his left, and he sacked the brought down. Turnover on downs by the Champlain defense. So Big Stock, great penetration in the backfield. They didn't buy that fake, not for a single second. Great job by that Champlain defense. A number of defenders there in the backfield to break up that play. First down, Champlain. And that's been the case so far this evening. Bemba don't break for that defense. Standing tall, Caleb Sassy was in there. A number of players were in there for that stop. Get to some of their names in a second. Here comes first down. Langier waits for the snap. He gets it. Hand up. No, he faced the hand up. Pass over the middle. Nice catch there. Good catch, taking a big hit and surviving the tackle. The number 81, Jaden Edgehill, his first catch as a member of the Champlain Cavaliers. Big catch right there, giving Champlain a little bit of breathing room with their backs right next to their end zone. Injured player on the play. So once again, that defense by Champlain standing tall. Number of players in on that tackle I talked about before. Caleb Sassy was one of the players in there, but he was not alone. Champlain standing tall once again. William Rowland was in there. Tristan Reed was in there as well. A number of players making that stop. So that gain by Echo was a gain of 6 yards. I believe he was the injured player on the play. So he'll have to come off for a play. 2nd and 4 now, facing the Champlain offense. Can they convert? Langier gets a snap on 2nd down. He throws to the left as a screen pass to Frederick. He gets upfield. Will he have enough for the first down? I believe he will. On a little rough stuff. Oh, and yet another flag. You hear one of the fans here in the stand saying that wasn't necessary, and I couldn't agree more. So Frederick had more than enough for the first down. We're going to have to see what happens here, though. Obviously, that flag, yeah, is going on Drummondville. Is going on Champlain, rather. So discipline is obviously something that both head coaches are going to have to talk to the team about. Taking a number of penalties. So the first down will stand. The first down will stand for Champlain. But instead of having the ball at about the 20-yard line, it's back at the 10-yard line now. So first and 10 from the 10 for the Cavaliers offense. To receivers to the left, to receivers to the right. Parkinson in the backfield. Langier, he looks for Parkinson, running a wheel route. Oh, and he was held. That's going to be pass interference against Drummondville. That's number 26 in coverage. Parkinson was calling for that flag even before he stopped running before he stopped chasing down that ball. Halfway through that row, he was calling for pass interference. It looked like he was held from behind by number 26 of the Drummondville defense. That was number 26, Thomas Cote. So automatic first down due to the pass interference penalty. So first and 10 now at the 20-yard line, where it was before now. Let's see if Champlain could take advantage. Low snap here. Hands out to Parkinson. A big burst up the middle. Parkinson's running. He goes to the right. He breaks another tackle, and he's finally hauled down. And he lost the ball, but I believe he was going to be called down. And that was a horse collar tackle, to say the least. No call there. Parkinson, he left all the players in the ball behind, making sure he's seen no first down and making sure that Drummondville bench could see him. And the referees confirm it is a first down. I don't believe they're calling a fumble on that either. So a big explosive run by Shamar Parkinson. Parkinson, who dealt with a number of injuries last year, making an impact so far. A touchdown already in this contest and a huge run right there. Langier now throws it to the right-hand side to Federico. He had to stumble to make that catch. And a penalty going against Champlain. He's going to go against the offensive line. Tackle number 77. Haul down the defender. And that was a nice catch there by Frederick off a bit of a wobbler right there by his quarterback. But unfortunately for Champlain, the play is not going to stand. Is Noah Roy. And the big number 77, the left tackle, getting a penalty there. Thomas Cote, number 26, is coming in on the pass rush on the blitz. And Roy went a little extra and just threw him down to the ground. Langier, oh, mistake there, bad snap. Langier smart there, running out of bounds. That play was called for a handoff. The snap caused Langier to have to go wide to get it. He wasn't able to connect on the handoff to the running back, to La Rose. Langier, instead of throwing the ball into trouble or trying to run it up the middle himself smartly, just ran the ball to bounce. Yeah, it is a loss of yards, but as the saying goes, live to fight another day. So now 2nd and 25, facing the Champlain offense. The ball at their own 39-yard line. Langelier now waits for the ball. He gets it. It's going to be false start off procedure against the Champlain offense. The receivers were past the line of scrimmage before the ball was snapped. So 2nd and 25 is going to turn into 2nd and 30 now. Again, some first game jitters, some first game trouble for both sides. Right now it seems to be more on the team in black and blue, as Champlain is taking yet another penalty. That's 2nd and 30. Less than 6.5 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. 13-7 lead for Champlain over the visiting Voltigeurs from Drummondville. Screen pass. Can Gregoire break a tackle? No, he can't. Good play design, but a lack of execution on the blocking there by the offensive line. You got to block up front, downfield, I should say, pardon me, for that screen to work, and the blocking was just simply not there. And setting up another 3rd and long here, 3rd and 28. I wonder if you might see a draw here. No, La Rose, yep, he's backing up now. So Langier gets a snap, looks for the pass. Rainbow shot down the left-hand side of the field. Pass is almost picked up, but it's dropped by number 1, Loic Germain. 4 for 28 now. It's going to be a punt by Champlain. So after we saw some explosive scoring earlier in the contest, we've been locked at 13-7 for a while now. I mean, if you're Champlain and this ends up being the final score, I mean, you'll take your defense is playing pretty much lights out. But obviously you want to score a couple of assurance points, and obviously if you're Drummondville, they're looking to retake that lead. Late substitution there. So player running off the field before the punt. Oh, and that punt is almost blocked. Good job by the punter getting it off. It's a fumble. Ball's fumbled. Players are diving on it. And it's going to be a penalty. So it's going to be Champlain ball. Champlain got the fumble, but there's a flag on the play, though. It's in the backfield around where the punter was. And have to see what the call is here. His injured player, one of the voltigeurs, is on the ground still. I think it's going to be roughing the kicker going against Drummondville. So a little insult to injury. So not only does the returner fumble the ball for Drummondville, Champlain's able to get the recovery and a couple extra yards due to the roughing the kicker penalty. So after a slew of penalties went against Champlain, finally one working out for the Cavaliers, and again forcing that turnover as well. And that's the second turnover of the game that Champlain has forced. So it's going to be 1st and 10 now for the Cavaliers at the 36-yard line. The injured player, though, still down. Definitely a lower body injury, you could tell. Foot being raised, or the back of the foot, pardon me, being raised by the athletic trainer. Now another one comes on the field for the voltigeurs. Not sure what number that is. Oh, definitely not a good injury. Having to be helped off the field by the trainer. That's going to be number 23, Etienne Berry. And finally now he's able to get off the field on his own power. Yeah, you hate to see that, but unfortunately it's part of the game. Injuries are going to happen when you play football. When you play any sport, obviously, really, but especially with football, with the physical nature and the violence that comes associated with this game. Langier gets a snap, hand up to Parkinson. Nice move to the right-hand side. Oh, he can't get past. Good tackle there. Solid tackle. Prevented Parkinson from getting some more yards there. That was number 42, Jacques Jabert. Pardon me, Isaac Jabert with the tackle. Again, that's just the speed, though, that Parkinson's able to show you. He's able to put on display every time he touches the ball. He's dangerous. Just getting him the ball in open field is obviously, that's where his skills are used best, and that's what Champlain has done a good job of doing today. And here it is again, Parkinson. Oh, breaks one tackle. Can he get past another? He does. He finally steps out of bounds, but he picks up more than enough for the first down, extending this drive for the Cavaliers. Shamar Parkinson. Hey, that's what you want to see out of a young running back right there. Obviously, you could have all the speed in the world, but does that translate to the field? Can you break tackles? Can you help out in the passing game? And most importantly, and this is something for all the running backs listening right now, can you block in the passing game? Can you stay in the backfield and buy your quarterback an extra second at a time? And Parkinson has checked all 3 boxes so far here this evening. Being effective as a runner, receiver, and a blocker. Another pass. Here's over the middle. They step off over the middle, breaking a tackle to another. Touchdown, Champlain! Jaden Etchell, his first touchdown as a member of Champlain, extends the lead 19-7. We see two players down, one for each side. Philip Frederick, the receiver, number 82, the wide receiver for Champlain, he's down in the end zone. The quarterback, Langier, runs over to him to make sure he's okay, along with some of the other offensive players. And the defender down, I believe it's one of the D linemen, or perhaps linebackers for the Voltigeurs. Again, this is the first game of the season. I mean, the bullets are flying, right? And you're going to have a lot of these soft tissue injuries at the beginning of the season. I mean, listen, you can practice all you want, but it's nothing like game conditions, game atmosphere when it comes to hitting, catching, throwing, and running, but especially with the injuries. So 3:52 now remaining in the third quarter. The lead has been extended to 19-7. Touchdown by Jaden Edshow. What a drive that was for Noah Langier. Looks shaky. He missed a ton of open receivers in the first half, but he's settled down now. I think the halftime couldn't have come fast enough for him, for this second-year quarterback, able to calm himself down, relax himself a bit, talk to his receivers, talk to the running backs, talk to the O-line, his offensive coaches, QB coach who's actually in the skyjack behind me, Dan Lazera. Had a chance to talk to everyone, just relax for a bit, get his composure. And now he's going out. He's operating this offense with precision. It's a good job, and that's what you want to see out of a quarterback. I mean, last year, again, he threw 11 passes on the season behind the all-star Philip Peltier. So this is his time to shine now. You see Frederick back to his feet, being helped back to the sideline. Langier, see, and Nassa's going to get to that in a moment. He's being helped to the sideline right now by his quarterback, Noah Langier. And that's what you want to see. And obviously the Voltigeur player is up as well. It's always good to see. He's being held back to the sideline. That is number 20, I believe. I think that's what it looks like from my vantage point. I'll get back to that in a second. That's number 20, Alexis Bouchain. But that's what you want to see out of your quarterback. I mean, obviously he is a QB. You want to know, can the quarterback throw the ball accurately? Can they throw the ball on time? Can they throw receivers open? But the bigger things are just as important. Is your quarterback a leader? Is your quarterback a team player? Can he galvanize the troops? Can he be a leader that the team respects? And obviously you've seen right there, Langier coming out to help his receiver back to the sideline. That shows a big mark of leadership right there for the young quarterback. Definitely showing some promise for the season. Low snap. The kick is up and good. So the second low snap on special teams on a point after attempt, but this one was good. So the lead is now 20-7 for Champlain with 3:52 remaining here in the third quarter. And we are back here from Seaway Park 3. Again, a 27 lead for Champlain over Drummondville. And here's the kickoff. Not too deep, so it should be a good return here for Drummondville. Hauled down at about the 40-yard line is the returner. And Drummondville player losing a helmet. So 3:46 remaining, ball at the 39-yard line. This is where Drummondville will start their next offensive series. Fuzzy calls for the ball, another low snap. He has to pick it up from the ground. He's being flushed to his right. He's rolling out there. Long toss, ends up onto the sideline. Another flag on the play. That's to be holding going against the Voltigeurs. So that bad snap leading to just a bunch of chaos for the Drummondville offense. Fawzi had to pick that ball up off the ground, ended up just rolling to his right and tossing that ball away, looking to find a receiver downfield. So they're actually waving off that penalty. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 now from the 39-yard line. Flag was definitely thrown, but it's picked up by the officials. Fawzi gets a snap on. It's a wide snap now. The running back to get it. Perdi, oh, he gets hit hard. Tannehill rocked the running back. That's Perdi Gagnon recovering that fumble. So a loss of, I believe, about 5 yards on the play. And I believe, yeah, the running back is hurt now. He took a wicked hit from Wyatt Tannehill, number 99. Tannehill, the big defensive tackle. Letting the ball carrier know, hey, I'm here, buddy. You want to pick up that fumble? Maybe you should have just fell on it. Took a big hit. I mean, you can't blame the running back for trying to pick up that ball and trying to make something out of nothing. That's, again, number 9, Gabriel Paradis Gagnon. Again, Tannehill with the tackle. 3 tackles of 1 sack last year versus Drummondville. 17 tackles, 1 sack, and 8 tackles for a loss on the season from the big man, number 99, nose tackle for the Champlain Cavaliers. So again, it's looking at both teams. Again, going back to last day for Champlain. They didn't end there. Looking at their defense, Charles Cote, the leading tackler last year. Joshua Murphy, one of their stud corners. Francois Richer, their sack master off the edge, tied for the league lead with 6 sacks last year. 3 players gone off of that defense. 5 of their top 6 defenders actually gone from the Champlain defense. And again, we talked about Pelletier, but on the offense as well. Zach Cloutier, again, this guy was a stud receiver. He's an all-star for Champlain, playing his last game. 73 catches last year, first in the league. 999 yards, made as well rounded up to 1,000. And 3 touchdowns, averaged 14 yards a catch. I had a chance to call his games last year. Any ball that pretty much came in his direction, he was catching. Circus catch, regular catch, difficult catch. If it was up there, more often than not, Zach Cloutier was going to come down with it. Obviously, Michael Fafard as well, 32 receptions, 364 yards, 5 TDs out of the lineup. And the main man, Anthony Muchaka, the Mike Allstott, if you will, of that offense, the leading rusher last year at fullback and running back. Great on special teams as well, a huge team player. Also, another one of the Champlain Cavaliers gone from last year's team, and that's a snap. And that snap right there, Fawzi wasn't even expecting it, so it's going to be a false start against Drummondville, driving them back. It was 3rd and 17 before the snap. Now it's going to be 3rd and 22. Again, penalties once again just killing the Voltigeurs. Get some of the departures, pardon me, for the Voltigeurs as well. They have a lot of key players playing for them last year that aren't in the lineup this year. Going to play football elsewhere. We'll get to that in a second. After this 3rd down play again, 3rd and 22, ball their own 30-yard line. Let's see if the Drummondville Voltigeurs can do something about it. Fawzi goes to his right again. He's going deep. He has a man open, and that pass is going to fall well incomplete. Good job by the safety coming over the top to help out the corner. 4th and 22, yet another punt for Drummondville. So some of the names for Drummondville from the team you're used to seeing over the years that aren't there anymore. Felix Mather, their leading receiver, 34 catches. Pardon me, the second leading receiver, 34 catches, 298 yards. Their leading receiver, the number 1 pass catcher last year, Olivier Rachette, 57 catches, 637 yards, 6 TDs. He's gone. Olivier Rodriguez, well, the 4th leading receiver, not on the team anymore. Kelvin Talbot, I believe, not there either. Leading defenders, their best one, Mehdi Benamera, 42 tackles last year, and Lucas Bossard, 39 and a half. tackles also gone from this Voltigeurs team as well. So an 0-8 team. Last year, the hill was that much bigger and harder to climb, losing a lot of stud players. It's going to be delayed game penalty now against the Voltigeurs. So 4th and 22 is going to turn into 4th and 27. The Voltigeurs were missing a guy on their punt coverage unit, and that's been the story of the game so far for Drummondville. I mean, this goes to explain why they were last in the league last year. Again, Francois Lapointe, first-year head coach, he has a lot of work to do. There is talent on this team, but right now, discipline and focus seems to be lacking. 4th and 27 ball at the 125-yard line. Here is the punt, and they're smartly going to run it in for the safety. This is a smart move, actually, right here. I can hear the groaning, the moans and groans by some of the Voltigeurs fans, but this is smart. Listen, the punt game, special teams as a whole, has not been on point this evening here for Drummondville. So instead of giving up a potential touchdown off of a punt return or just a bad punt in general, give up the 2 points here, and you have a traditional kickoff, rather a punt after the safety, but it'll be from a little bit further down. So it's now a 22-7 lead for Champlain over the Voltigeurs. So electing not to take the punt. It's a flag on the play. That's going to be a false start. Procedure penalty going against Champlain. So they had the ball at the 35-yard line again, electing not to take the kick after the punt. The kick after the safety. Excuse me. The ball was at the 35-yard line. Now it's back at the 30. So 1st and 15 now facing Langier and his offense. Langier gets the snap. It's a low one. Hands up the middle. Parkinson with a nice move. Gets to the outside. Oh, he's grabbed by the jersey. I think they're going to call that a horse collar. Number 5 there on the tackle for the Voltigeurs. I can tell you, though, from this standpoint, where I'm standing at least, it didn't look like it was a horse collar tackle. It looks like he grabbed him by the shoulder and got the collar of the jersey, not the back part of the collar. It got more of the side of it, but nonetheless, it's going to be a horse collar tackle. Penalty going against Drummondville. So it's 10-yard penalty. It's going to be Felix Olivier Dufresne, number 5, the linebacker, taking a penalty. So it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line from Champlain. Let's see if they can take advantage of this opportunity. Langier gets a snap. He goes deep. He has a man open. It's caught! Running down the left sideline. Touchdown, Champlain! Emile Gregoire extends the Cavaliers' lead. Beautiful pass there from Langelier to Emile Gregoire, streaking down the left sideline. Burt his man for the TD. And again, this second half by Langelier has been phenomenal, and this is why he's been named their starting quarterback. Can beat you with his legs and can beat you with his arm. First half struggles are no more. He's been on fire this second half. Extra point is good. So the lead is now 29-7 for Champlain. So Gregoire, that's his second TD of the game. And this receiving corps for Champlain, led by Noah Sassy and obviously Emile Gregoire, showing their speed. They've been getting open all evening long. It's just a matter of them not being able to get a pass from their quarterback. Quarterback was just overthrowing them sometimes or underthrowing them. But again, Langier has responded with a huge second half here. And that was just showing right there, but a beautiful throw from the young quarterback to his rookie receiver. 1:21 remaining in the third quarter. Here comes the kickoff for the Cavs, all pumped up after that touchdown, and here's the kick. To the left-hand side, it's short, bounces up. Drummondville's advantage, and the ball, I believe, rolled out of bounds. So if it did, that's going to be a penalty going against Champlain. Or perhaps, no, I think they believe they touched the ball maybe. Knocking out of bounds, so it would be no yards call against the Cavaliers, but nonetheless, the pendulum of momentum has swung in their direction. And it looks like they have, they're not going to let that swing back into Drummondville's favor. But again, we still have 1:21 remaining here in the third and the whole fourth quarter to play, so we don't want to get ahead of ourselves too early here. A lot of football left here from Seaway Park 3. So 1st and 10 for the Drummondville offense from their 40-yard line. So then there will be a no yards. That was a no yards penalty, pardon me, called against Champlain. Fuzzy now gets a snappy face to handoff. Another fire pass to the right. Oh, and a big hit. Nice tackle there. Nice wrap up. Pepe was in on the tackle, and there was another defender as well. That was number 27, Yasser Lochab, rookie. Did a good job of tackling the receiver by the ankles, and Pepe came up high and knocked the receiver down. Blitz here by Champlain, hand up the middle. Nice call, though, by the Champlain defense. They blitzed both A-gaps. That run did not go too far. It wasn't a loss of yardage, but it didn't go too far at all. The carry right there by number 9, once again, Gabriel Paradis Gagnon. So a gain of about 2 yards there. So 3rd and 5 right now. As we hit double zeros on the clock here for the third quarter. So Drummondville will be allowed to run this last play before they switch sides. Another blitz coming by Champlain. Fawzi goes to his right, fakes the handoff, throws, and that ball bounces out to the sideline, incomplete. So it'll be 4th and 5 to start this fourth quarter of action here from Seaway Park 3. The Champlain Cavaliers in the home opener hold a commanding 29-7 lead over the visiting Drummondville Voltigeurs. We'll be back in a moment. Welcome back to Seaway Park 3. We're about to start the opening play of this fourth quarter. Drummondville set up the punt. Two returners back once again is Parkinson and Gregoire, the returners for Champlain on this punt return. Fourth and 5, ball at the 45-yard line. And yeah, it's going to be a false start. Procedure penalty against Drummondville. Saw about 4 or 5 black jerseys pointed to the offensive line. There was a flinch. It's by number 85. No, pardon me, number 85 is actually chewing out his teammate number 34 right now. It was 34 who looked like he moved early. Yeah, there was Loic Boissonneau who moved. So 4th and 10 now from the 40-yard line. Here's a punt. And a good one here. Caught by Gregoire at the 40-yard line. Gregoire goes to his right, now back to his left, and he runs out of bounds. Oh, and a penalty once again. Another penalty. Oh, there's some rough stuff going on in front of us. Gregoire is celebrating with the fans, but number 43 for Drummondville, I believe he's getting a flag, and there was another flag around where the punter was, but it was well after the punt had gone off. I believe a Champlain player was thrown down to the turf. But now it seems to be a case where this Champlain is using their heads here. They're just egging on Drummondville into taking some more foolish penalties. Press on that point. Again, the head coach, former University or Sherbrooke receiver, is going to have to talk to his team after this, and I'm sure he probably had a message or two at halftime. But if he didn't, he's going to definitely have one on the ride back home after this one. I believe that penalty actually going against Champlain. Again, Drummondville is not innocent in this one. Champlain has taken a couple of unnecessary penalties as well. And that's one of the things the head coach Sean May was telling me when I was at practice earlier. His focus is going to be key for his team. So I believe both penalties actually went against Champlain. So they're starting the ball. Their 5-yard line? They're at the 5-yard line. So we talked about undisciplined penalties by Drummondville, but again, they're not alone. Champlain's taking a multitude of undisciplined penalties as well. So one of the officials is going over to talk to Sean Mean now to explain what the calls were. So it looked like they were going to get the ball back after the defense forced yet another punt. It looks like they were going to get the ball back at about the 40, maybe 45-yard line. Now they're back at their 1-yard line now. So swing pass to the outside. This caught. Nice catch there. Some yak yards too after the catch, driving the ball upfield a little bit. So 2nd and 6 now, pick up a 4 on that catch for Champlain. That was by number 3, Christopher Robbins. Here's a run. Minimal gain there. I understand it's a fumble. At least the Drummondville players are saying it's a fumble. The officials are talking. Let's see how they rule it. So they're saying it's Champlain ball still. There's going to be no gain on the play, so 3rd and 6 now. So 3rd and 7, actually saying it's a loss of 1. So Lange, he gets the ball, he tosses it up high, and it's almost picked off. Looks like there's a bit of miscommunication right there. Say Frederick to stop running the route. Looked like the defender, number 31, had a better chance of getting that ball. So luckily for Champlain, that didn't end up being a turnover. It didn't end up being an INT. The defender in coverage there was number 31, Calvin Bibila Bendo. So it's going to be a punt after after 2 big penalties on the punt return by Champlain that basically killed that offensive drive right there. Instead of starting at about the 40-yard line, they started it at their own 1-yard line. Leads to a quick 3 and out. So I have to see this Champlain here. Do they trust their defense, or will they just decide to take the safety and play the field position game? Yeah, and that's what they're going to do. They're going to concede the safety right here. It's actually the smart choice by head coach Sean Main. So it's a 29-9 lead, so a 20-point lead now for Champlain. So it looks like Drummondville rather they're going to forego the kick and to take over the ball. Pardon me, at the 35-yard line. So a 20-point lead, 29-9 right now for Champlain in their home opener over the Voltigeurs from Drummondville. Charles Foisy now leads his offense onto the field. Let's see if they can get some more points on the board to narrow this lead. Handoff up the middle. This Parody Gagnon again. He's taken down by about 2 or 3 black and blue jerseys. A 3-yard gain there by the running back. So 2nd and 7 now facing Foisy. So again, some of the things I talked about with Langier, some of the things we haven't seen so far this evening with Langier, pardon me, with Foisy rather. He's rolling out a lot to his right. His only success pretty much in the passing game has been when he's rolling out to his right, buying himself some time. He's done that well, but in terms of connecting receivers deep down the field, when he's not rolling out to his right, he has definitely struggled. And here's another pass to his right, and again, that's incomplete. And he took a big hit. He was rocked. I believe that was the defensive end. I believe that was number 4 for Champlain with that big hit. Yeah, there was Rayan Rekmani, former offensive lineman, now slimming down this offseason to play some defensive end. I had a chance to see him in practice last week. And he was just giving the offensive line, his own offensive line, fits when they were trying to block him and block his pass rush. He has strength, he has some speed, he has some moves too. This type of player that's only going to get better as the season goes along. 3rd and 7 now. Foisy gets the ball. He rolls to the right once again. He throws, and it's caught off the chest of the receiver. Flag on the play, though. The receiver has to make that catch there. He was able to get a step or two on his man. That was number 12, Louis Marion. Louis Marion there. He was open. He had a nice route. He was running a corner to the sideline. He had a step or two on his man. Just that ball literally bounced right off his chest. My apologies. I'm not sure what the penalty was, though. There definitely was a flag thrown. I thought it was going to be holding going against Drummondville. We see that the offense is coming off the field, so that penalty is probably going to be declined. Yeah, it is going to be declined by Drummondville. So the scoreboard says 3rd down right now, but it's 4th and 7. We see 2 returners back, and Gregoire and Parkinson on this punt return now for Champlain. Let's see if they could get this punt return off without taking any more penalties to pin them back as they did on their last drive. Punt now, and a nice one for Drummondville. Bounces at about the 50-yard line. It's handled now, rather than not Parkinson. That's a nice move. They're almost fumbling the ball. Good job of holding on to that. So my apologies, that was not Parkinson. That was not Parkinson on the return. That was the 4th string quarterback, rather, number 14, Trey Bentley. I've had a chance to watch him play too. When you talk about athletes, this kid is an athlete. Call him little Lamar Jackson. This kid plays quarterback for this team. Obviously, he plays a little punt return as well, showing some speed. He has a nice arm. He has some good legs. This kid, give him a couple years, he's going to be something special, I think, for this Champlain Cavaliers team. Langier, pass over the middle. Nobody home on that one. It was intended. I believe there was number 81 doing that slant over the middle. Just that pass was a little bit off the mark, though, from the QB. That was intended for Jaden Edgehill. Edgehill, who got the touchdown for Champlain in the second half. Goes Langier now. Oh, he's going deep again over the middle. Edgehill's there, and that pass is a little off target. So 3rd and long now for the Cavaliers offense. And you have to wonder here why they're not running the ball a little bit more. Again, talking to Sean Maney said the team has to get a little bit more physical, and he talked about needing to run the ball a little more. We've seen the running game has been effective in the second half here. Here's another pass to Langier. He's flushed out the pocket to his side. Oh, off the hands of Frederick. Nice passer by Langier, flush to his left. Threw off his back foot in the air. It found his target, but Frederick could not come up with the catch. You tell the receiver number 82, Frederick, he's going to want to have that one back. That pass by Langier, considering the circumstances, you can't ask for anything better. He put that ball where his receiver can get it, just unable to come down with the catch. As the season goes on, I'm going to make a prediction that those two are going to connect a lot more than they don't. As we go forward in the season, those two definitely on the same page at practice, but unfortunately not on that play right there. So it's going to be 4th and 10 at the 44-yard line. A punt by Champlain. A low punter, but it takes a bounce for Champlain, and rolls out of bounds at about the 27-yard line. So a nice punt right there by La Rose. Getting the bounce too as that ball rolled out. 9:21 now remaining in this contest. Drummondville gets the ball at their own 25-yard line. So make that now, then put it up 1 yard. So at the 26 now. 1st and 10 at the 26 for Drummondville. Tight end goes to the left-hand side. Run up the middle. A big run there by Paradis Gagnon. But yeah, another flag is to be holding going against Drummondville. We saw that big hole for the running back to run up to. You could fit a Mack truck to that hole, but it was open because of holding. So again, Champlain is back in action next Friday on the road to play the Lanaudière Triads at 7:30 p.m. Kickoff for that one again next Friday, September 10th. And once again, our next broadcast will be here Sunday, September 18th, as the Champlain Cavaliers play host to the Shawinigan Electrics. 1 p.m. kickoff for that one. I'll be along for that game with my broadcast partner, Mo Khan. I know he's going to be excited to be on the call for that game as well. Unfortunately, not able to make it out tonight as he's on assignment. Fawzi now rolls to his right, and that pass is incomplete. That play had no chance of happening. 2 rushers in right away on the quarterback. That play, even if it would have been caught, would have been probably for a loss. So for Drummondville, that was the best case scenario. Let that ball roll to balance and live to fight another down without losing any yardage there. So again, after the penalty, 2 plays before, it's 2nd and 20 now. It's a good job by Tyler Sauvé. Caleb Sassy getting pressure on the quarterback to cause that incompletion. Again, this Champlain defense has been on fire all night. They have been harassing Fawzi. They don't have a lot of sacks, but they're definitely putting the quarterback on the ground, getting a lot of QB hits. Fawzi now goes to his right. He has a man open. Oh! Big hit. No catch right there. Gigantic hit. That was Charles Lafontaine with the big hit right there, separating the ball from the receiver. Receiver number 3, they're trying to make that catch. Receiver was open. He had a step or two on his man, but again, that pass was just a little late and hung in the air for a little bit too long, and that was Kelvin Talbot. Had a chance to make the catch, but by the time the ball got there, the defender did as well. Fawzi now 3rd and 20. He looks to his left. Is that going to be intercepted? Yes, it is. Interception, Champlain. Big interception right there, and that play had no chance of going anywhere. That was just a bad pass from the get-go. As he was flushed to his left, where he hasn't been as successful. That ball hung in the air for what seemed like a century, and it was intercepted by number 2, Charles Lafontaine. So Lafontaine with a big hit on the play before and an interception on the play right after. Here's another turnover. 7:35 remaining here in the fourth quarter. It is Champlain ball. Can they add on to their lead? Comes the snap. Langier looks to his right, and he gets hit right away. He's dropped. Lost a 10 on the play right there. Big sack. Great job by the D-line. The front four getting in the backfield. So 2nd and 19 now. It was William Leclerc, pardon me, on the sack. And Langier, he throws to nobody. Receiver and quarterback definitely not on the same page right there. Langier, he just peeled back, got to the top of his drop, and he just launched a bomb. Receiver was open, but that pass was way off target. Again, that's something we're going to see in the preseason. Pardon me, in the first game of the season, pardon me. That pass is intended for Nicolas Tetreault. 3rd and 19 now. Langier flushed to his right. He goes deep over the middle. And that pass, it's going to be pass interference. That pass intended again for number 81. Tetreault. Obviously, there's a bit of contact. The receiver hitting the turf. Hence the pass interference call. So this drive will continue for Champlain. Yeah, but it is pass interference. 100% you can hear on the PA announced. So it's going to be 1st and 10 now for the Cavs. Ball at the Drummondville 39-yard line. The penalties yet again, stunning yet another Cavs drive. Let's see if they can take advantage. Hand up the middle. Here comes, big run here. Big run right there, right at the heart of the Drummondville defense. That was number 33, Chemzidi. He didn't have a single carry last year. He played some special teams, but didn't have a carry. And his first carry of the season picks up more than enough yards. Give you the exact total in a second. There's an injury. There's an injured player for Drummondville. Chemzidi for a huge run, showing some burst and some speed right there. Getting past the first and the second level, got to the third level. That defense had to be tackled by the members of the secondary. $18-yard run there by Zidi. And that just speaks to the versatility of this backfield for Champlain. Again, Shamar Parkinson, the speed. Matthew LaRose, a little bit of the speed, but some more of the thunder, if you will. And then you get Zidi right there, showing a little bit of speed as well. There's another running back he didn't get a chance to dress tonight, Aaron Keese. Maybe we'll get to see him later this season, but definitely a nice stable of running backs for this Champlain Cavaliers squad. And that's where they struggled last year, running the ball. I mean, in their offense, they averaged 32 points a game, but a lot of that, again, came from the arm of former quarterback Phil Pelletier and his receivers. They scored 256 points last season, second in the league behind only the Ahuntsic Eagles. Ahuntsic had 13 more points in the regular season than than Champlain. So the offense is never a problem when it comes to scoring points, as you can see here tonight. But you have to imagine that the offensive staff here, they want to get a little bit more balance. Obviously, they have the passing game, and their receivers can all catch passes at the backfield. But if you could add that running threat, whether it's Langier or this plethora of running backs that I talked about, that'll give them a bit more balance and make them that much harder to stop. 5:34 remaining in the contest. 29-9 lead for Champlain, looking to extend it. I mean, there still is time, and it is only a 20-point lead right now. There still is time for Drummondville to come back, but you have to imagine here if Champlain is able to extend their lead to 26 or perhaps even 27, that this game would pretty much be all but over. Put the proverbial nail in the coffin, but again, there's still some time left, so let's see how this one plays out. The Drummondville defense last in the league last year, giving up 40 points a game. That's a nice catch. It's a nice catch there by Mathieu. Now, I'm going to assume there was a fumble on that play by Zidi. There was no signal of a fumble. There was no signal of a turnover, but Drummondville now has the ball on offense. Wasn't aware of there being a mercy rule, but Zidi must have fumbled the ball then, because I mean he had that long run for the first down. Oh, nice penetration by Tannehill right there, wrapping up the running back in the backfield, swinging him down hard to the ground. Paradis Gagnon is slow to get up, had to be helped up by one of the offensive linemen. He is hurt. He is limping. He'd be smart just to take a knee right now and have someone come in for him. Yeah, and that's exactly what he does. Tannehill just got past his man. He beat his man to the gap and just wrapped up that running back. As soon as he got the handoff, Tannehill was back there and just threw the running back to the ground for 30. You can see the frustration on the body language by number 9, Gabriel. Paradis Gagnon just kind of slamming his helmet down and banging his fist in frustration. And you can't blame him. The O-line has to do a little bit better job than that of giving him a hole to run through. Obviously, that frustration is probably not just for that play right there, it's for the entire game. He's taking a lot of hits. You have to give him credit. He deserves a well-deserved round of applause right here as he makes his way to the sideline. He's been hit often and hit hard by the Champlain defense. And he takes another knee. Yeah, he's definitely not feeling well. He's definitely hurt. See two teammates now coming off the side, and they're going to have to help him get back. It's going to be a long bus ride home for him and the rest of this Drummondville team. This is the first of 2 regular season matches between both teams. They will meet once again in the regular season finale. It'll be Saturday, October 29th at Drummondville, 1 p.m. kickoff for that. Again, that'll be the regular season finale for both teams. Obviously, Drummondville is going to hope to come out of that game a little bit more healthier than they are so far this evening. Again, their next game is next Saturday as they play host in their home opener to Shawinigan, 1 p.m. kickoff for that. Talked about already for Champlain. They're on the road next Friday night, September 10th, as they travel to Lanaudière to take on the Triads. 7:30 kickoff for that one. And again, our next game will be here Sunday, September 18th, as Champlain plays host to the Shawinigan Electrics. 1 p.m. kickoff for that one. Mo Khan and myself will have the broadcast for you on that one. Do not miss it. That's going to be false start against Drummondville. Not sure what, I believe that was number 72. Not sure where he was going. He just fully got out of his stance and spun around backwards. Perhaps he assumed the penalty was going to be called against his team, or just figured out, right, well, I'm out of my stance already, so it's going to definitely be called on me. He started walking backwards already. So 2nd and 16 now for Drummondville. Ball at the 21-yard line. 3:50 and counting remaining here in this contest. Run up the middle. You hear the thud from up here, and another flag coming. Penalty by the reaction of the offensive lineman, the left tackle for Drummondville. I believe it's going to go against him. So the penalty is actually going to go against Champlain, I believe. Oh, no, pardon me. They're going to call offsetting penalty. Penalties against both teams, pardon me. This is going to be offsetting penalties, so it's going to be 3rd and 16 now. Fuzzy gets a snap. He rolls to his right once again. He just chucks it to the sideline. Stepping out of bounds, not realizing as soon as he made the catch. Number 17. 17 there with the catch. Fortunately for him, he didn't realize, pardon me, where he was on the field. He stepped out of bounds right away. So that's going to be actually no gain on the play. Adding a little salt in the wound there for this Drummondville offense. That's going to be Boisdoin Gagné with the catch. 3rd string quarterback, also plays receiver. So it's going to be yet another punt. 4th and 16 now with the ball thrown 24-yard line. Gregoire and Bentley now back to receive this kick. And smart play here by Drummondville. They're going to run in to take the safety. So it's going to be a 31-9 lead now for Champlain. Again, this is playing a field position game at this point. I mean, this game is pretty much all but over with less than 3 minutes remaining, but why give up 2 when you can give up, why give up 7, pardon me, when you can give up 2? So again, 31-9 lead now for the Cavaliers. So again, just looking at the second half of the schedule for both teams. And Drummondville, in the second half of the season, they have 2 games at home and 2 games on the road. A little bit different of a story, though, for Champlain. Second half of the season, 3 out of their 4 final games are all on the road. The only home game they're going to have is Sunday, October 23rd, as they host Lanaudière. That's the only home game in the second half of the year. Here's a run here by Zidi. Top. It was number 99, Laurentin Minio from Lyon, France, actually. Defensive tackle, number 99, making a stop there. Now Trey Bentley in at quarterback. So Langier's night is over. Bentley now. Oh, here comes the option. A nice run here by Bentley. Gets through one tackle. Can he get through another? He does. So on the right sideline. Big run by Trey Bentley. Yeah. Nice run right there. Again, Bentley showing why he is a dual threat. So Zidi had a loss of 1 on the play, so that it was 2nd and 11. But a huge run there by Bentley. So again, a 13 there by Bentley. Extending this drive for Champlain. There's another quarterback in the lineup now. He's running on the right side. Oh, he takes a big hit. Gigantic hit right on the sideline. Charmaine emptying his bench right now. Pick up a 6 yards. My apologies. Oh, that was Charles McDermott. So McDermott now wearing number 8 this year. Last year wearing number 5. Charles McDermott, who played in the game against Drummondville last year, had 1 rush for 2 yards. 2 of 5 for 6 yards on the season was McDermott. So he's second-year quarterback along with Langelier. So a little bit of experience for both quarterbacks there. McDermott and Langelier providing each other with a sounding board. We've seen McDermott, we've seen Bentley. McDermott in there, handoff given to Ziti. He's tackled again and thrown down hard. Tackle, another one there made by Laurentin Minio. So Ziti had a lot of yards, a lot of room to run on his first carry, but his last 2, it's a complete opposite. A loss of 3 right there, so 2nd and 5 now. So now Bentley's back behind center. Bentley calls for the ball. He gets it. Fake the run. He's going to throw. He throws it down deep to the right-hand side. Oh, and that pass just a little off target. Intended for Gregoire. So 4th and 7 now from the 54-yard line. 1:12 remaining in this contest. Got a good move here by Charmaine, emptying his bench, giving his younger players, his rookies, second-year players, giving them some time on the field, getting them some experience. This will pay off in the long run, while also at the same time avoiding any injuries to any of the starters now. So obviously a punt coming up here from Champlain. So late substitution. Boris Stevenson running on the last second on his punt. LaRose gets the ball. He gets rid of it, almost blocked again. The bouncer right in front of the Champlain bench. That ball bounces backwards. Mathieu jumps on and he's hit down hard. And this might be the first. Let me not speak too soon, actually. Okay, now everyone's separated. This might have been the first special teams play, and I want to say that at least the last hour where there hasn't been a penalty associated with it. So 58.7 seconds now remaining in the contest. Dominant, 31-9 lead by Champlain over the visiting Voltigeurs from Drummondville. And now it's just about padding the stats and keeping everybody healthy. Again, both teams have seen a number of injuries in this contest, and that's what you have to expect, obviously, the first game of the season. Here comes the Drummondville offense. Foisy still in there, quarterback, but surprising he gets a snap, passes to the flats to the right-hand side to Mathieu. Can he get out of bounds? He does. Another flag on the play. So 7-yard gain there by Mathieu, but I have to see what's going to happen with this penalty. The penalty is going to go against Champlain. Might be roughing the passer, actually. This is going to be roughing the passer going against Champlain, so it'll be an extra 15 yards. So pretty much a gain of 22 yards. And this is a smart call right here. Take a knee. For your Drummondville, end the game. 40 seconds left and counting. So again, that catch by Mathieu for 7 yards and add an extra 15 to make it a total of 22, a gain of 22 yards for the Drummondville offense. This is smart right here. Snap the ball, you take a knee, stop people from getting hurt. Hugs and high fives all around for the Champlain players on defense. Clock winding down. 10 Drummondville smartly just going to let the clock wind down. Final snap of the game. They take a knee, and there you have it. The Champlain Cavaliers win their home opener by a score of 30 over the Drummondville Voltigeurs.